Hello and welcome back to my vlog. I was at a birthday party tonight, did karaoke for the first time. Had a few Merlots and a Cabernet Sauvignon, so if I appear to be a little bit inebriated, I am. These are all poems, and they're about success, etc., etc. This first one, you've probably heard before, but probably not all of it. It couldn't be done. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he'd tried. So he buckled right in with the trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it." But he took off his coat and he took off his hat. And the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you, one by one, the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin, just take off your coat and go to it. Just start to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. By Edgar A. Guest. How did you die? Did you tackle that trouble that came your way with a resolute heart and cheerful? Or hide your face from the light of day with a craven soul and fearful? Oh, a trouble's a ton, or a trouble's an ounce, or a trouble is what you make it. And it isn't the fact that you're hurt that counts, but only how did you take it? You are beaten to earth? Well, what's that? Come up with a smiling face. It's nothing against you to fall down flat, but to lie there, that's a disgrace. The harder you're thrown, why, the higher you bounce. Be proud of your blackened eye. It isn't the fact that you're licked that counts, it's how did you fight and why. And though you be done to the death, what then if you battled the best you could? If you played your part in the world of men, why, the critic will call it good. Death comes with a crawl or comes with a pounce, and whether he's slow or spry, it isn't the fact that you're dead that counts, but only how did you die. Edmund Vance Cook. A lesson from history. Everything's easy after it's done. Every battle's a cinch that's won. Every problem is clear that's solved. The earth was round when it revolved. But Washington stood amid grave doubt with enemy forces camped about. He could not know how he would fare till after he'd crossed the Delaware. Though the river was full of ice, he did not think about it twice, but started across in the dead of night, the enemy waiting to open the fight, likely feeling pretty blue, being human, same as you. But he was brave amid despair, and Washington crossed the Delaware. So when you're with trouble beset, and your spirits are soaking wet, when all the sky with clouds is black, don't lie down upon your back and look at them. Just do the thing, though you are choked, still try to sing. Times are dark, believe them fair, and you will cross the Delaware. Joseph Morris. The world is against me. The world is against me, he said with a sigh. Somebody stops every scheme that I try. The world has me down, and it's keeping me there. I don't get a chance. Oh, the world is unfair. When a fellow is poor, then he can't get a show. The world is determined to keep him down low. What of Abe Lincoln, I asked. Would you say that he was much richer than you are today? He hadn't your chance of making his mark, and his outlook was often exceedingly dark. Yet he clung to his purpose with courage most grim, and he got to the top. Was the world against him? What of Ben Franklin? I've oft heard it said that many a time he went hungry to bed. He started with nothing but courage to climb, but patiently struggled and waited his time. He dangled a while from real poverty's limb, yet he got to the top. Was the world against him? I could name you a dozen, yes, hundreds, I guess, of poor boys who patiently climbed to success. All boys who were down and who struggled alone, who'd have thought themselves rich if your fortune they'd known. Yet they rose in the world you're so quick to condemn, and I'm asking you now, what's the world against them? Edgar A. Guest. The One. I knew his face the moment that he passed, triumphant in the thoughtless, cruel throng. Triumphant, though the quiet, tired eyes showed that his soul had suffered overlong, and though across his brow faint lines of care were etched, somewhat of youth still lingered there. I gently touched his arm, he smiled at me. He was the man that once I meant to be. Where I had failed, he'd won from life success. Where I had stumbled, with sure feet he stood. Alike, yet unalike, we faced the world, and through the stress he found that life was good. And I, the bitter wormwood in the glass, the shadowed way along which failures pass. Yet as I saw him thus, joy came to me. He was the man that once I meant to be. I knew him, and he knew me, for the man he might have been. Then did his soul thank silently the gods that gave him a strength to win, while I so sorely missed the goal. He turned, and quickly in his own firm hand he took my own. The gulf of failure spanned. And that was all, strong, self-reliant, free. He was the man that once I meant to be. We did not speak, but in his sapient eyes I saw the spirit that had urged him on. The courage that had held him through the fight had once been mine, I thought. Can it be gone? He felt that unasked question, felt it so. His pale lips formed the one-word answer. No! Too late to win? No, not too late for me. He is the man that still I mean to be. How do you tackle your work? How do you tackle your work each day? Are you scared of the job you find? Do you grapple the task that comes your way with a confident, easy mind? Do you stand right up to the work ahead or fearfully pause to view it? Do you start to toil with a sense of dread or feel that you're going to do it? You can do as much as you think you can, but you'll never accomplish more if you're afraid of yourself, young man. There's little for you in store. For failure comes from the inside first. It's there if we only knew it. And you can win, though you face the worst, if you feel that you're going to do it. Success, it's found in the soul of you, and not in the realm of luck. The world will furnish the work to do, but you must provide the pluck. You can do whatever you think you can. It's all in the way you view it. It's all in the start you make, young man. You must feel that you're going to do it. How do you tackle your work each day? With confidence clear or dread? What to yourself do you stop and say when a new task lies ahead? What is the thought that is in your mind? Is fear ever running through it? If so, just tackle the next you find by thinking you're going to do it. Edgar A. Guest. Opportunity. They do me wrong who say I come no more, when once I knock and fail to find you in. For every day I stand outside your door and bid you wake and rise to fight and win. Wail not for precious chances passed away. Weep not for golden ages on the wane. Each night I burn the records of the day. At sunrise every soul is born again. Laugh like a boy at splendors that have sped. To vanished joys be blind and deaf and dumb. My judgments seal the dead past with its dead, but never bind a moment yet to come. Though deep in mire, wring not your hands and weep. I lend my arm to all who say, I can. No shame-faced outcast ever sank so deep, but yet might rise and be again a man. Dost thou behold thy lost youth all aghast? Dost reel from righteous retribution's blow? Then turn from blotted archives of the past and find the future's pages white as snow. Art thou a mourner? Rouse thee from thy spell. Art thou a sinner? Sins may be forgiven. Each morning gives thee wings to flee from hell, each night a star to guide thy feet to heaven. Walter Malone. Somehow, that's all. Make it a great day, and bye for now.